Hello everyone, welcome to Court of the Rings on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I am Lotros Community Manager Cordovan, and I'll be with you for the next hour doing some Q&A, hanging out, having some fun, talking the latest news. We've got things to talk about. And yeah, so there we go. And I can just do a quick waffles in our Twitch chat. Welcome everyone in Twitch chat, YouTube chat, Facebook chat. So the biggest news I should mention is we are currently on target to release update 29 to the live game world next week. And that would be update 29, the Wildwood of Bree. So stay tuned for some more information about that, including downtime, release notes, some really good things as well. So that's a little bit of news, huh? The other big piece, of course, is next week is the start of the Spring Festival. That kicks off at 10 a.m. Eastern on March 18th and runs through April, which is the month after March. Runs through the 6th, being shut off on the 7th at 3 a.m. Eastern Time. So, two big things next week. We've got the launch of Update 29 along with at the start of the Spring Festival. And, yeah, so pretty cool, huh? So that's really what we've got working toward right now. And that is a little piece of news, is it not? So, how are you doing here today? I will get to your questions in just a second. I would mention this is the final weekend as well of the Ill Omens Skirmish event. This is running through March 14th, so this is your opportunity to wrap up that Ill Omens work this weekend if you would like to. So, we did have a Bull Roar preview this week on the latest for Update 29. I'm not going to go through the release notes there. They will be released to the live game world soon enough. But you can take a look over on the Bull Roar forums if you'd like to take a look at what's there. Also, I wanted to thank Scenario this week. On Wednesday afternoon, we were able to sit down and do a really awesome chat around Angmar. So thank you, Scenario, for that second episode, and I think we're going to keep doing that. Goal is maybe a month-ish, let's say something like that. We are okay with committing to it. Everyone seems to love it. The chat was absolutely wonderful. I mean, there was not a single real issue at all that came up in chat. Everything was just fine. It was really, really lovely. And I think everyone had a really good time and got a lot out of it. So the feedback on that archive video in particular, there were a couple hundred of people who saw it live, but most people saw it afterwards because it was during kind of mid-afternoon Wednesday. I did get some feedback that we should promote that a little more heavily. I think we will next time. This one came together fairly quickly, so that's some of that. Plus, I was actually on PTO on Monday and Tuesday, so it came together despite me actually being on vacation while I was on vacation. So that's part of the reason we weren't able to get as much word out about it. Although we did get the word out about it 24 hours in advance, etc. too. So keep it on social media for that too, please. TLC. We're going to be doing another one of those. And I imagine similar to last time, the intention might be to put up a vote to the community in terms of where Scenario should go. This time, Angmar won. He was a little surprised. I think everyone was a little surprised, but maybe not. And that was real cool. So I think it turned out really well this week. Otherwise, I would mention we do have a plus 25% XP boost, and that is going through March 14th as well, so kind of a big weekend, huh? Is it not? And then our free coupon is a free Tome of Defense. Defend me. Defend me. You're into that. Alright, let me briefly get through chat here before we continue with this hangout. I think I just took care of the latest news. So if you're only here for the news section, I got you covered in what? Less than 10 minutes there. But we have some other cool stuff that'll be happening. And we're also planning ahead for our anniversary. You know, that's in April. So some work is underway related to that. And then as the final touches of update 29 kind of get out the door, and we'll do some kind of follow-up patch per usual. A lot of attention on the development team side is turning to the Blood of Azog, for update 30, which, you know, as of the producer's letter now, you know is going to be coming through this summer. So there we are. Alright, let me real quick see what else I got to talk about in chat. Am I aware of the ever-growing lag on Evernight? Yes. As a matter of fact, we have had some engineers this week who are doing work, who are investigating into it. We are aware that Evernight in particular is having some high population, perhaps, related issues during certain time, and that is we are working. We know that Evernight at times has been a little rough, and so we're working on it. Alright. Now, let me head on over to YouTube, see what we've got there. Will there be a new class coming soon or question mark? Question mark is the answer to that one. We've got the Brawler coming. But I don't know what your definition of soon is. I'm gonna say it's not gonna be like immediate. It's gonna be a while. Later this, whatever the producer's letter said. Later this year. So, there we are. What am I doing, by the way? So, last week I got done with Sundergrowth. And that, you know, took me 2 weeks, right? So that worked out okay. Last night, I got my character all prepped and ready for today's show. So I wrapped up a little bit of Sundergrowth, including talking to that NPC I needed to get back to. I sold all my gear, you know, trashed all those third age items and stuff that were in my inventory. Took care of all my stuff, so I'm good and ready to go here for the show here today. And I ended up putting myself over around the Mist Hollow area. You know, we were in Sundergrowth, and we hadn't done this just kind of quest-related work in Mist Hollow, so I thought, hey, let's check that section out here for the show as we then head, you know, to the gates of Gundabad here in the coming weeks, right? So I thought that might be kind of an appropriate thing here to do today. So I'm hanging out in Thokvist with my good friend Fangland. Yeah, we're pretty, you know, hey, we hang out. Look at this, right? We're just chilling. Just chilling. Alright, what do we got over on Facebook here? Zachary, we have not, you know, some companies have done what you would suggest, which is to make all content free up to a certain point. Our system works differently than that. I have not heard of any plans to shift that kind of pricing model. You know, were we to do something like that, we would announce it on the... How do they decide to show the servers in the launcher? You play on 3, but 1 is always a long way down. Well, normally what it should be doing, as I understand it, is most recent played with on top, and then basically alphabetical minus the order that it was set in for recommended world. So I think it largely is kind of what semi-chronological by recommended world. Maybe that's correct. Maybe that's correct. I don't know. I'll have to take a look at that again. All right, that's a bad answer. I'll have to refresh my brain on. All right. I just wanted to double check. So I know people want those Pelennor sets back. I saw the forum post. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I've not heard of any plans to do it until and honestly, I think there were reasons why that's not available, right? Stuff was deemed OP. We want to bring. There's some intermittence with my mic. Let me check my mic level. I didn't do that today. Alright, my mic should be set more properly there. Sorry about that. Alright. Well, I think I got through questions. I think I got through it all there. So let me do a little bit of questioning here. Like I say, the news section is done. So if you know, if you don't want to stick around, you don't have to. No, not going after a Anduin badger. What am I actually doing here? Why am I in this little area in particular? Many Tales of Fram is up there, so that'd be hidden under mist. So hidden under mist, gather stones. Okay, I'm looking for stones. There we are. Radio voice activate. Yeah, there's something going on with my setup involving Zoom, I think, which I've been having to use more frequently for various reasons. Where it keeps messing with my mic level. Which is fine unless I'm trying to live stream and I don't check it beforehand. So that's what's up. Anyway, happy Friday though. It's I don't know about, and it just so happens that it's an absolutely gorgeous day in Massachusetts here. I mean, just one of those oh my gosh, spring is almost here kind of days. Got almost up to 70 degrees yesterday. How nice was that? Oh my gosh. It was really nice. I also had a really good night last night on my Lothar Kinship night, I would say as well. My kiddies and I have been going through epic story pieces, and we ran through the Blackgate through Frodo's telling of his time at the edge of the pit of Mount Doom. That session play and all. So we got a chance to run through all that last night. And that was fun. That was a lot of fun, of course. So, that's what I was up to. Otherwise, like I said, I actually had a couple of days off, which is fairly unusual for me. I don't take time off that much. And I need to be a little bit better about that. And just for general mental health and that. I mean, the company gives vacation time for a reason. I should take it. So I did. I took Monday and Tuesday off. And then I basically just had to kind of make up for it by getting stuff done the rest of the week. But I got it done. I'm rolling into Friday here actually in a pretty good place. On top of that, I'm not really in a position to say much more about it, but I hear we have a developer diary on the way. From someone that I'm not gonna put on the spot right now. But I saw a Word doc. So that should be kind of ready for the anniversary is the goal on that one. Part of the kind of anniversary stuff. And yeah, the Spring Festival too. I think people are going to be thrilled with some of what's the new rewards in the Spring Festival. We do have the new Bees Business festivity instance, in addition to the new boss from the vaults. And all that's going to be in the release notes and such. We also have timing on the new update 29, like leading the charge deeds. I saw that in the release notes. Not ready to announce that today. That'll be in the notes. And yeah, it really basically sometime shortly after the live stream here, we'll be sending that out for localization. So that gives you some sense of the timing. Okay, I need to go back up this way. Lairden, I don't know specifically the status of that, but I think I saw some loot-related check-ins yesterday. So one of the things I'm working on this afternoon is doing that, you know, final pass on info and check-ins and such. So I suspect the answer is probably yes, but I don't want to promise that yet because I'm not 100% sure. Is that a good enough answer, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. But that's the answer I think I got for you at this exact moment. But hopefully, I'll know more this afternoon. Squirrel asks, a conscious choice that this year's executive letter is a bit less speculative than prior. Only information that is confirmed and dated. No, really, that's always been the case. It's mostly a matter of, do we say anything about this stuff before it gets released, or do we wait until after it gets released? And in this particular case, you know, we weren't lying when we were saying that we were talking about producers letter content during those last two Q&As. I mean, that was what we just flat out said, yes, this is the information that we're going to be talking about in the producers letter, and here it is. And so there it is. But there is, you know, I think people would prefer us to be more solid and less speculative. Also, it doesn't hurt to be more solid with it for this particular producer's letter. So I guess I don't know what else to say about it than that. We were lucky and able to get some of that info out early. And so we just did this year. Yeah, that's right. The producer's letter didn't really talk about any other server types, unlike the Eye of Sauron server, for example, in the 2020 producer's letter. Well, clearly 2020 was quite the year, was it not? And that may have had a pretty big impact on some of those plans. But we also had a busy 2020, and we released an awful lot. So while it may be the case that I went the wrong way, well, it may be the case that, you know, last year's letter was certainly something that we, at one point, were going to do, but maybe didn't quite become what we ended up doing. I don't know what else to say about it than that. You know, yeah. Sometimes you're gonna be more on it than others, and in this case, well, I guess there we are.
Be careful, friend. We are not alone here. I have found the patrol. I saw the brutes return to Lumrau.
Find a hill. I can find a suitable hill. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Turning in my tasks. Alright, I'm not going to bore everyone by turning in tasks, but I am going to get my completed 10 tasks done. So, there we go. Alright. Now where am I headed? I am headed up to help the Tale of Fram. That's what I'm doing next. Wrong way, huh? Well, you know me. Ooh. Ooh, you know me. Yeah! Here we go, waterfall in it. Yay! I'm swimming. How is the kitten and how is the clock? The kitten is having a good time, playing with lots of stuff. The kitten and the other cat got a brand new watering thing yesterday that so far they're kind of ignoring, but I think they're going to like a lot. Otherwise, they're just hanging out. What was the other question? The cuckoo clock. Cuckoo clock's still dead, unfortunately. Sorry to say. Alright, so I need to defeat trolls. Totally tubular. I love that phrase. I'm sorry to the person who's a VIP player who was waiting for GM assistance. I'm sorry I can't really deal with active customer service issues live on the live stream. Yeah, sorry I can't be of further help. However, if you private message me on the Elotro forums, get me the character server ticket number. I can forward that along this afternoon to customer service. What? Why are you getting involved, you moose? I didn't even hurt you. I have nothing. I have no quarrel with thee. I have no quarrel with thee, moose. Oh, fine. Alright. I'm not really seeing any trolls here. Where are you trolls, huh? I also have no problem with you badgers. Why are you bothering me? Oh, that looks like a troll. That acts like a troll too. Alright. I'll get back to chat in just a little bit. Otherwise, I would just mention I am actually going to manage to get a beacon out today. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to because of having a couple days off. But, thankfully. Let me get my health back. Thankfully, I was able to get it done. Who do you message about not being able to log into the forums? That would be me. So, for that case, go to help.standingstonegames.com, submit a ticket to community forum support, and it'll get to me. And what I'll do is I'll take a look at what the settings of the account are in vBulletin, see if there might be an issue there. Check our website kind of login system to make sure that you've got a proper user ID hooked up to it and that kind of thing. And then I can maybe help troubleshoot through the ticketing system with you. I can tell you right now, first thing to check, make sure that you are using the same username and password that you use to log into the game. I think particularly people who haven't used the forums in some time remember days when it was a little different, where you had separate forum logins. That hasn't been the case for quite a few years now, but I do still regularly run into tickets from people who are returning players in particular who are like, I can't log into my forums anymore. And the solution ends up being that they need to log in with their game account ID rather than maybe an old forum ID that they had. However, if that's not your issue, then I can, like I say, I can take a look to see what the actual, what permissions sets it has in vBulletin and what have you. And that'll get to me. I will have time this afternoon to get to that as well. So if you actually do what I'm saying here, and if you're able to send in a ticket to the help system, I can help with your forum login issue today. That's usually the biggest issue with logins is someone trying to log in with not a game account, but an old forum account ID. The other one that I get somewhat regularly is they've got a CAPTCHA they need to deal with somewhere during the registration flow, and their browser, for whatever reason, didn't display the CAPTCHA. I've had that happen a few times as well, and that is usually solvable as well by trying to log in using a different web browser or a browser that doesn't have whatever kind of extension generally might be causing issues related to that. So I would say those are probably the two most frequent issues that I run into. And again, it's not a huge number, but you'd be surprised how many people, frankly, actually. I'm trying to get out of the... Alright, let me just clear this stuff out. I'm not even trying to bother you people. If I must. Oh, that's true. I actually do need to get rid of the hunters, too. So. Alright. Let me take a second to get to the forums here. Or to the chat. Clear my wounds. Yeah. Right. I was sitting it out. Alright. I'm not. I don't know that this is the right place to really provide a lot more detail to you, Squirrel, about how further adventures will work. Um, are they quote standard mission size? I think that we're still establishing what standard mission size means. So I don't know that I'd want to make some kind of formal commitment, you know, just kind of off the cuff, related to that. However, I guess I could say that they're intended to be a little more. I mean, they tell a story, right? They're telling a story in a way that I guess maybe the traditional mission structure supports, but doesn't really do that much. And so I think that'll be something that people will better interpret for themselves. But yeah, I would say they might be a little bit bigger in ambition, certainly, if not in terms of raw time for completion or something like that, than some of the other missions. But then on the other hand, they are also intended to utilize what is best with the mission structure system in a way that hopefully people enjoy. And so I think we'll have more to say about that, you know, as we get closer to it, and you get a chance to preview it on Bullroar and such. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't. I mean, this isn't going to be like some, you know. I neither want to downplay nor over promote like something like quest length at this stage of the game with further adventures. But I think it's going to, hopefully you dig it. And if people do, then, you know, we'll do more of these kinds of things. And I think people are going to dig it, so. Alright. To the Runekeeper question in Twitch chat, I could say that I have been working to make sure that your feedback is expressed whenever an opportunity presents itself. But I wouldn't want to make a promise on when something might happen related to addressing your specific concerns about Runekeeper. I would rather let that be less theory crafting and more I'll let you know when it happens. And hopefully we'll get to that. Hopefully we can get to class balance work at whatever pace we can get to. I know, not real helpful, but whatever. What else can I say? I don't know. I don't know. I know that there's a lot that people would like us to work on, and it's always a matter of fitting it through the development schedule, and hopefully we can make Runekeepers happier. Alright, let's see. So, Karis Damon, I know that your concerns specifically relate to the Runekeeper balance work that we're just going to have to agree to disagree on, in terms of whether it needed to be done. I am the least qualified person to speak to class balance at the moment. I mean, that may not be entirely inaccurate. Mostly that we've talked quite a bit about how class balance is a never-ending process. There will never be permanent, we've hit it, and now never change. That's just kind of not likely. Wood for a... Okay. It's because I'm floating. That's why I'm not seeing it. Alright. I assure you the devs read the forums. I see them do it. Alright, let's see. Just kind of trying to think what might be something to talk about a little bit here as we sort of enter the super casual portion of the show, as it were. It was fun revisiting the, the bit with the mouth of Sauron and the session play with Gollum, of course, and things like that. And it reminded me that one of the coolest things that I have had an opportunity to not be a part of, because I was simply a fly on the wall, but I had the opportunity to fly on the wall, was that session play VO session. And it was very, 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 very cool. And maybe a personal, treasured memory that is going to be with me for a while. All right. One more stick here. I would imagine the Update 29 soundtrack will end up on YouTube. I would think that would be part of sort of the package of anniversary-related work that we would do. That seems highly appropriate to release that in April. So, perhaps that can... Perhaps we can do that. Top. Oh, up there, okay. Like, wait a second. Get on my mount. I'm sorry to the Trinkle. I don't know the circumstances of your customer service issue, nor the state of what communication has taken place prior to this point. And it seems like something that would be a challenge to research and adjudicate live while everyone just kind of, you know, sat here watching on the live stream. So I think it would be better dealt with through a message to me on the forums or through the help system there. Alright. There we go. And Thokvist. Oh, Eagle. I can take out those last couple of hunters while I'm at it. Okay, we'll do that. I'm just gonna real quick refresh my coffee here. Back in just a quick second. Oh, still muted. There we go. Sorry about that. I had nothing further to say. Yeah, I don't think I had anything of value to say there. You don't need social media to get in touch with customer support for an in-game issue. You do need a web browser and the internet. That would be help.standingstonegames.com. That is our main ticketing system. That is not a social network. No social networks are necessary. And you can get in touch with them there. If you're having a specific issue where you would like to contact the community manager of the game, though, about, then one suggestion might be to private message me on the forums, along with, like I say, your character server ticket number. Will make it the fastest for me to be able to quickly take a look at what's up and perhaps kick it to the right person if there's someone to kick it to. I didn't bite off more than I could chew there. They even have a fly going in on it. Just for fun. There we go. Yeah, I recognize that you can't DM me in this case with a forum issue. That's why I suggested the help site, because you can send a ticket to me there, and I can respond. Yeah. Why can't I answer a question? Let's see. Am I going to fix the old forced raid to mini mods and we can't see what we are being hit by above our names? Sorry, I'm not sure about that one. Oh, are we going to fix the old forest raid? Too many mods, I bet is what you're trying to say. Oops. So too many mods. So we've changed the old forest raid too much, and we can't see that you're being hit, what you're being hit by, above our names. And too many circles and squares. Okay. I mean, I can pass along that feedback. Okay. Yeah, I can take a look at perhaps the UI issue. I mean, I can't take a look, but I can let the team know about it, is what I mean. Alright, let me head on over to Facebook real quick. Where am I going? Where am I going? Why am I going? There we go. Mike, can I get up there? Yeah. I'm on the wrong side. There we go. I have not heard of plans to renovate the older raids. God. No, I could just paint Mithril and call it done. Maybe I'm gonna do that. Since we're at 12:53. And I'm a little twisted around in terms of how to get up there. And a little sick of fighting wildlife. Alright. Gosh darn it. Alright, well let me actually just go to, I think I'm probably bound near Tokfist, right? Go. You know what, I'm gonna wrap up the show here. Let's go to place setting. I think what I'll do for next time is I'll finish this little bit out up here. I'm gonna head over to Tokfist. I'll get my gear sorted and what have you. All right. Well, one last pass through chat. It's Alexander in YouTube would like a left-handed character animation option. It's sort of a ability to flip it. And I've heard that come up a couple of times over the years. My understanding is it's not. It would be a pretty significant project, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe someday. Maybe someday we would be able to do something like that. And let me kind of pop through chat here again. On Facebook this time. Lee. Always Twitch get answered, Facebook so get ignored. Did I see my question above? Class boundless would be fine. The biggest issue is everyone thinks they know how to build a tune. Isn't a question. How is the new kitty? That is a question, but that clearly can't be what you're asking me about. Oh, the Rohan farming not included in the crafting bundle. My understanding is that was just a choice made at the time and one we could revisit. Someone wants to know what I'm wearing? What do you mean, what am I wearing? You want to know what this t-shirt is? It says, powered by pizza. 'Cause I am. Alright. Alright. We're going to wrap it up there then. Thank you very much for watching. We've got the Grifflet stream up next with the Tolkien Professor. We do have Little Red Leia from YouTube that'll be coming on board here in a little bit. So we've got a new stream coming in the works. You can find the full schedule over on our Twitch channel. We got a lot of Lotro streaming happening and a lot of fun stuff happening too. So join with me next week while we kind of do whatever update 29 stuff perhaps. And what have you. So we're ready to roll. Ready to roll with a new update, new spring festival. Maybe we'll do that next week as well, and just kind of see what's going on. So thanks for hanging out with me, and hope this has, at least the first part of this show at least, provides you with some news. That is one of the main goals of it. Otherwise, it's largely a hangout. So thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a really great weekend, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.